Charlie Daniels when he wrote a song. That man, once he starts putting so many parts, a full lesson would take too long. So this time we'll do the intro, save the others for another day, which is a shameless bribe to have you hit subscribe before going on your merry way. Hey there, it's Ruth, Roland, the Fiddle Geek, with a tutorial for The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. I've been getting requests for this piece since I was 7 or 8, so it's about time I did a tutorial on it. The way I remember it is the second note is kind of a little bit between a C sharp and a C natural. You don't have to play it exactly in that spot, but that helps me remember how it starts when, I'm in the middle of a gig and I've been playing all these other pieces and I can't quite remember which one it is. Once I get the beginning, I'm off to the races. So I'm going to play each little bit at least twice. The first time you can just listen, and then the second time you're free to join in. So it starts on the note D, third finger on the A string. With me, going on, with me. Good. Now we're going to put those two bits together. With me. Good. And as you know, this piece is known for its speed. So remember when you're learning it, especially since you're probably learning it slowly, I hope you learn it slowly. It's important to keep your wrist loose. We don't need a loose wrist in order to play slowly, but we need it to play quickly. So keep your wrist loose while you're learning it, and then it'll be not too hard to speed up. All right, one more time. With me. Good. And starting right there on that up bow, E3. With me. So it's mostly stepwise, that passage, but we go straight to the A2 for the last note. One more time, with me. Good. Let's do it from the beginning. Ready, go. Yes? Good. So now starting right there on that C natural, the A2. With me. Good. From that open E, listen. With me. Putting those parts together from the C. Ready, go. One more time. Good. Now the next part starts up bow on this E2. All steps. Ready, go. All right, now we're going to put those parts together, everything from the C. It's going to go like this. Okay, and ready, play. Good. From the beginning, with me. Good. All right, so now let's start right after that. We'll add on. It goes like this. Okay, this part starts after the open E we just played. Ready, play. Good. Adding on. With me. Good. Now, starting right there on the A3, the third finger on the A string, it's a D. With me. Good. Now, I'm going to do the next several parts in this sequence. We call it a sequence when you have notes that draw the same shape. Da, 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 right? Stepping up, stepping down, and then skipping down, but starting on different notes. So this sequence starts on 3, A3, third finger on the A string, and then goes to 2, and then goes to 1, and then goes to A, and then goes to D3, and then 2, okay, for the last item in the sequence. So that's the first item in the sequence. And now you have, right, the skip is a different size, but the pattern is the same, stepping and skipping down. So the last member of the sequence is all steps, but everything else is stepping up, stepping down, and then skipping down. So the first one starts on the third finger of the A string I just showed you. Okay, next we start on the second finger on the A string. The next one starts on the first finger, and you have to go over to the D string for that. That's a little tricky when you get fast because it goes off the A string and then back onto it. So we'll talk about what to do with that in a minute. And you can also see my increasing speed playlist, especially the string crossing one for that particular choreography. Okay, so let's go back to here and do the with me. Good. Right here and with me. Next one. With me. Next one. With me. Next one. With me. Last one, which there are no skips in this one, all steps. With me. Very good. So now let's start putting them together. We'll do the first two. With me. me. Last two. With me. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of this sequence. It's going to go like this. We'll do it a little slower. Okay, and remember, it just goes down the scale. So you at least know the first note of each member of the sequence. Ready, with me. Not bad, not bad. So the whole, well, I'll do the entire intro at a slow speed at the end, so we can put together the first line together with the sequence that we just learned. So when you're speeding it up, the middle part of the sequence, right, that you have to get quickly to the D string and then quickly back to the A string. Just move your bow the least amount when you're increasing speed. If you do the pizzas and oranges that I talk about in my increasing speed playlist, just be sure to put those two notes as close together as they can be. They're on the A and D strings, and just move off the A string just enough, and move off the D string just enough, so that you clear the other string, right? You clear the string that you're trying to clear. You're on a single string, and then it'll be much easier to increase the speed if you get in the habit of making those strings as close together as possible. And we'll talk about this more in another video. Good. Now, the next part is this wild scale, and I like to use hand shapes to teach this scale. So and to play this scale. That's how I remember it. The first note is the first string, right? It has this finger spacing, all spaced. Okay, and I actually like to start it a little before the beat, so it goes, right? But you don't have to do that. You can start right on the beat with the drums. Right, so all spaces, and then 1 and 2 space, and then take the first finger and put it lower, so we have all spaces again, right? We went from all spaces to 1 and 2 close to all spaces again, and then we do, I put the first finger where the third finger usually goes. This is called third position. You don't need to know that. Just get up here, and you can practice it both ways until you're reliably hitting that note. And I'll do some other tutorials on shifting if you're not familiar with it, but okay, we have another finger spacing, which is 2 spaces, and then from there we go all the way up to F. That's a high F. Then you have a choice of what to do from there, but let's put the scale together first. So the G string, and then we'll tack on open D at the end, right? All spaces. Good. With me. Now, the D string is 1 and 2 touching. With me. And now the A string, for the A string, we move the first finger back. me. Good. And now the E string that has that shift in it. It's called a shift when you move back, up and down on the fingerboard. This way is up. Okay, in line with both fingers spaced. Ready? With me. Let's do it one more time. Ready, go. Good, and we'll do another shift to get up to that F. Ready, go. One more time with me. Okay, so now for the scream, we can either move our bow really fast, back and forth, that's just called tremolo. We can do the tremolo, or we can waggle our finger back and forth, vibrate, but with a really wild vibrato, while sliding. And if we're doing that, we're probably keeping our bow smooth. It seems to work better to have either the finger move wildly or the bow move wildly. Okay, so those are two choices. Okay, with me. Yeah, or the waggling finger and the smooth bow. All right, I'll do that one from this side. Okay, so those are two I've heard. There's another one. There are lots of options for these. We can play two strings. Right? And we can lift our fingers up and down. Right? That's kind of instead of the wild vibrato. Right? That's kind of fun. Those several bars are just, do whatever you want. Make it sound crazy. That's the idea. So I'm going to play the whole thing through. I'll count you in, and I guess I'll see you next time. Do subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more classic fiddle solos. 1, 2, ready, play.